Are you brave enough to play the game Brave, the video game based on Disney Pixar's film Highlander? I mean Brave. Sorry, it's always the first movie that comes to mind when I think of Scotland. That and haggis. Okay, here's the story. Something about a bunch of waystones which went bad and turned the forest evil, so this girl with red hair has to go shoot a bunch of things with a bow and arrow to save her mom who turned into a bear.
To cleanse the waystones and turn back the blight.
Me? Why do I have to do it?
Because you're the star of the movie. You're like Lightning McQueen with feet. Brave is rated E, and sure, it's based on a film aimed at a younger audience, but it's not a completely juvenile game. There's 4 difficulty settings, including very hard, which is actually somewhat unusual for games based on kids' films, and the gameplay itself can be quite challenging at times, and has a combination of Robotron 2084 style twin-stick shooter controls and hack and slash style gameplay. It actually reminds me a lot of Skylanders, and if you or your kids like Skylanders, I think you'll enjoy this game a lot, which is more challenging than Skylanders, as you have to switch your elemental attacks depending on which enemies you're facing, and sometimes the game will mix up the types of baddies that you'll be fighting in each wave of each level. Overall, the action and gameplay is well above average for most games in this genre. Based on big-budget movies. It's not exactly Dead Space or Fear 3, so if you're looking for those kinds of games, this isn't it. But if you or your kids love Brave, the movie, or just like a good family-friendly action game that can be played 1 or 2 players simultaneously, I'd say this game is worth a look. Like a lot of other games aimed at a younger audience, there's a heavy emphasis on collecting all of the gold and stuff that you then apply to upgrading your bow and arrow or sword.
Here's a fine weapon.
And there's also outfits and stuff that you can find laying around the screens. The level designs remind me a lot of Skylanders, with hidden areas around every corner. The level designs seem to be pretty good and match the style of the movie, and also there's quite a bit of dialogue from the movie's lead actress, Kelly MacDonald.
Oh, this is all that witch's fault.
It's developed by Behavior Interactive and published by Disney Interactive. This is the PlayStation 3 version that we're watching. It's also available for Xbox 360, Wii, DS, and Windows, PC, and Mac. But no Commodore 64. That's just downright cowardly. Occasionally you get to play as the bear, which is like a video game payback scene as you crush enemies. Kind of like driving the mech in Red Faction. In addition to the action, Brave is also filled with puzzles, and the 360 version has some mini-games that work with the Kinect, and the PlayStation 3 version has some mini-games that work with the PS Move. Most importantly, Brave is a lot of fun to play. It's got nice controls, it has predictable gameplay styles, the twin-stick shooter controls work well, and then if enemies get too close, you can jump in the air and do one of those slam attacks and then pull out your fiery sword. Or wind sword, or ice sword, whatever you're using. It's a shame she doesn't have a flamethrower. While Brave isn't terribly long, the level designs are bigger than you might expect from a family game. And it even works with those of you who are most interested in padding your trophies and or achievement points.
A bow.
Because only complete cowards can't earn trophies in Brave.
Fine weapon. These woods are dangerous.
Now when you're ready,
Well done, boys.
And that's just a small sample. It's Brave, the video game based on Brave, the movie. Did Braveheart, the movie, ever get a video game based on it? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure, but I am sure that this game is good, family-friendly fun. Brave.